Before Pentecostalism swept across Nigeria, before megachurches and television, there was a generation of prophets who walked barefoot through villages, prayed for days on mountaintops, and performed miracles that shook the foundations of traditional religion. These were not ordinary men. They raised the dead, cast out demons, healed the blind, and challenged the powers of darkness with nothing but faith. Today we're counting down the top 10 powerful Yoruba prophets of old and the miracles they performed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Now let's dive in. Starting at number 10 is Prophet Michael Olowere. Baba Olowere was one of the powerful healing prophets who emerged from the Christ Apostolic Church movement in the mid-20th century. Born on 9 September 1923, his ministry flourished during the golden age of the Aladura movement. The CAC, Orimolade, Abiye, was the first church which he planted through God's grace in 1978 and became known as Baba Automatic. He was known for his deep prayer life and unwavering faith in divine healing. His prayer meetings became legendary for spontaneous healings. During one service, a woman who had been blind for over 20 years attended. Prophet Olowere laid hands on her eyes and prayed fervently and received her sight. He also commanded paralyzed individuals to stand in Jesus' name, and many who had been bedridden for years rose and walked. Baba Olowere died on Wednesday, July 5, 2023. At number 9 is Prophet Obadare Timothy Oluwole of the Christ Apostolic Church, born in Ibadan in 1930. Despite being blind, Baba Obadare became one of the most fearless prophets in CAC history. His most dramatic miracle occurred when he publicly challenged the witches and wizards of a particular town. He announced that he would pray against them, and if his God was real, their powers would fail. That night, many witches and wizards in the town reportedly lost their powers and came forward to confess publicly, bringing their charms to be burned. People possessed by evil spirits would be brought to him, and through prayer and fasting, he would command the spirits to leave. His ministry proved that the power of Jesus Christ was greater than all traditional spiritual forces. Baba Obadare died on 22 March 2013. Number 8 goes to Prophet Jacob Adeola, founder of the Honor Iwa Mimo Cherubim and Seraphim Church. Prophet Jacob Adeola was born in the year 1900 and became one of the early leaders of the Cherubim and Seraphim movement. After Moses Orimolade established the church, several leaders emerged with their own branches, and Jacob founded Honor Iwa Mimo. He was known for his prophetic visions and revelations, receiving detailed information about people's problems before they even spoke. Many testified that he would call them by name, describe their situations accurately, and provide spiritual solutions. He did a lot of miracles. One notable miracle was lying flat on a deaf body, thereby bringing the dead to life. His healing ministry emphasized the use of consecrated water and oil blessed through prayer. People who drank the water or applied the oil reported being healed of various diseases. He had a particular reputation for helping barren women conceive through prayer, and many women who had been childless for years gave birth after receiving his prayers. He died in January 15, 1976, leaving behind a strong branch of the Cherubim and Seraphim movement. At number 7 is Prophet Samson Oladeji Akande, also known as Baba Abiye. of the Christ Apostolic Church. Prophet Samson Oladeji Akande was born in 1896 in Ede, Osun State. Baba Abiye was a Nigerian minister and prophet who served in the Christ Apostolic Church and later became the Assistant General Evangelist, where he worked with Joseph Babalola during his lifetime. He established the famous Ori-Oke Abiye Prayer Mountain in Ede, became one of the most powerful spiritual centers in Yoruba land. Baba Abiye was famous for his marathon prayer sessions, praying for days without stopping. During these extended prayers, miracles would occur spontaneously. Baba Abiye was once an Islamic scholar. His journey took a dramatic turn when just 15 days before his wedding, he lost his sight while trying to extract nuts from a palm tree. Barren women who visited Ori-Oke Abiye would conceive, sick people would be healed, and those oppressed by evil spirits would be delivered. One of his most famous miracles involved a man who had been mute for 15 years. After Baba Abiye prayed over him, the man's tongue was suddenly loosed and he began to speak clearly. Interestingly, it was at Baba Abiye's house in Ede that Prophet Joseph Babalola died in 1959, showing the deep connection between these powerful men of God. Baba Abiye continued his ministry until his own death in 1992, leaving behind Ori-Oke Abiye as a lasting monument to prayer and faith. Coming in at number 6 is Prophet Dr. Josiah Ositelu, founder of the Church of the Lord Aladura, born on June 16, 1902 in Ogereremo, Ogun State. Prophet Josiah Ositelu became one of the most educated prophets of his generation, earning a doctorate degree. In 1930, after receiving divine revelations while working as a school teacher, he founded the Church of the Lord Aladura. Despite his education, he maintained deep spiritual discipline and was known for detailed prophetic visions. He introduced the use of spiritual water for healing and protection, a practice that became central to Aladura churches. His most remarkable miracle involved raising a dead child during a church service. The child had been declared dead by medical professionals, but when Prophet Ositelu prayed over the body, the child began to breathe again and was fully restored to life. This miracle solidified his reputation as a powerful man of God. He also had authority over evil spirits, and many possessed individuals were brought to his church, where demons would be cast out through prayer and spiritual commands. Prophet Ositelu died on September 3, 1966, but the Church of the Lord Aladura continues worldwide. Number 5 is Baba Aladura Prophet Akintobi Ajayi, Arojibika of the Cherubim and Seraphim Church, fondly called Agbojesu Magboyimbo, meaning the one who hears Jesus but doesn't hear English. Prophet Akintobi Ajayi was born in the late 1800s and became known as Arojibika, meaning he who receives everything by saying first. Originally a railway worker from Abeokuta, he founded the famous Okeajelu Prayer Mountain in Olowere, Oyo State. In 1933, after reportedly displacing demonic spirits there, he became famous for his extraordinarily accurate prophecies. Before people would speak, he would describe their problems, name their enemies, and provide solutions. Many testified that everything he predicted came to pass exactly as he said. One of his greatest miracles was healing a leper. In those days, leprosy was incurable and highly stigmatized. When a leper came to him for prayer, Arojibika prayed and gave him consecrated water to drink and apply to his sores. Within weeks, Witnesses reported that the leprosy disappeared completely and the man's skin became clean, a miracle that defied medical explanation. He also performed powerful deliverance miracles, breaking curses and setting people free from spiritual attacks. Prophet Arojibika died in 1946, leaving Agelu, Jerusalem as a testament to his prophetic ministry. Number 4 goes to Prophet S.B.J. Oshofa, founder of the Celestial Church of Christ. Prophet Samuel Bailewu Joseph Oshofa was born on May 30, 1909 in Porto Novo, Benin Republic, to Yoruba parents. While working as a carpenter in May 1947, he had a profound spiritual encounter. For 3 months, he was in a trance, receiving revelations from God about establishing a church. When he emerged, he founded the Celestial Church of Christ on September 29, 1947, introducing unique worship practices including wearing white garments, removing shoes in church, and using spiritual perfumes and candles based on his revelations. Prophet Oshofa performed numerous healing miracles. The blind received sight, the deaf heard, and the lame walked through his prayers. He was particularly known for helping mentally ill people recover their sanity. Many who had been chained or confined due to madness were brought to him and were completely healed. One of his most famous miracles involved a woman who had been barren for 20 years. After Prophet Oshofa prayed for her, she conceived and gave birth. This became a pattern, and the Celestial Church became famous for helping barren women conceive. He also had authority over spiritual attacks, solving problems related to witchcraft and curses. Prophet Oshofa died on September 10, 1985 in Lagos at age 76. Taking the bronze medal at number 3 is Prophet Joseph Ayo Babalola, the father of modern Pentecostalism in Nigeria. Born on April 25, 1904. In July 1930, at Okeoye in Ilesa, Babalola raised a dead child back to life. The child had been declared dead, but when Babalola prayed fervently in the name of Jesus Christ, the child's eyes opened and he began to breathe again. This single miracle triggered the famous 1930 revival. Over 1 million people gathered at Ilesa. The blind received sight, the lame walked, deaf ears were opened, and demons were cast out in mass deliverances. Babalola burned down a sacred tree in front of the Owa's palace that was believed to be where witches and wizards gathered. Everyone expected him to die instantly, but nothing happened to him. Instead, the Owa of Ilesa and other important people feared and respected him. His prayer life was legendary. He would pray on mountaintops for 40 days at a time. At Ori-Oke Anu Mountain of Mercy in Efon Alaye, Ekiti, his knees pierced through solid rock from hours of kneeling. The holes remain visible today as testimony. He introduced the use of consecrated water for healing in the Christ Apostolic Church. He died suddenly on July 26, 1959, at age 55, while resting at Prophet Akande's house after a 9-day gospel campaign. His death was mysterious. He breathed loudly 3 times, and as his spirit left, the room shook violently with the power of God. Number 2 is Pa Josiah Akindayomi, founder of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Born on November 15, 1909 in Ondo State, Pa Josiah Olufemi Akindayomi was initially a palm wine tapper and later became involved in traditional religion before his conversion to Christianity in 1927. In 1952, after receiving divine revelations, he founded the Redeemed Christian Church of God (RCCG) with just 9 members. Akindayomi was a powerful prophet known for accurate prophecies. He would prophesy about people's lives, and everything would come to pass exactly as he said. He prophesied that RCCG would spread to all nations of the world, a prophecy fulfilled as RCCG now has branches in over 90 countries. Many sick people who came to him for prayer were healed instantly. One of his famous miracles involved a woman who had been bedridden for years with a mysterious illness. After he prayed for her, she stood up and walked home on her own. He emphasized holiness, prayer, and fasting as foundations for spiritual power. Akindayomi also had prophetic insight into future leaders. He prophesied about Pastor Enoch Adeboye in 1975, saying God had shown him that Adeboye would succeed him. When Pa Akindayomi died on November 2, 1980, at age 71, Pastor Adeboye became the general overseer, and under his leadership, RCCG grew from a small Nigerian church to one of the largest Pentecostal denominations in the world. And finally, at number 1, St. Moses Orimolade, founder of the Cherubim and Seraphim Church. Moses Orimolade was born in 1879 in Ikare, Ondo State, into the royal family of Omoba Ode Sodi of Okorun Quarters. When he was born, the newborn child reportedly stood up and walked, shocking the midwife who forcefully held him down. As a child, he was paralyzed and could not walk for 11 years. During this time, he had visions and spiritual encounters that prepared him for ministry. Age 11, after a dream where an angel gave him a rod and a promise of healing, Orimolade suddenly stood up and walked. The paralysis left him, though he remained lame for life, using an umbrella stick for support. He knew God had called him for a special purpose. In 1925, Orimolade met 15-year-old Christiana Abiodun Akinsowan, who had been in a trance for several days. While others tried to wake her using traditional methods, Orimolade simply prayed, and she woke immediately. She testified about visions of angels and heavenly worship. Moses Orimolade's miracles were extraordinary. He raised the dead on multiple occasions. One famous incident involved a child who had been dead for days. When Orimolade prayed, the child came back to life. He cast out demons with authority that terrified evil spirits. His prophetic accuracy was unmatched, prophesying about political events, natural disasters, and personal destinies. Orimolade also had power over nature, commanding rain to stop or fall according to need. What made Orimolade truly remarkable was his humility despite his power. He lived simply, often going barefoot and wearing simple robes, refusing material wealth. He never married or had children, dedicating himself entirely to ministry. St. Moses Orimolade died on October 19, 1933 in Ojokoro, while staying at Reverend D.J. Oguntolu's farm. Before his death, he appointed Abraham William Onanuga as his successor. His body was initially buried in Ojokoro, but 40 years later, in 1975, it was exhumed and reburied in his hometown Ikare. Witnesses testified that his body was fresh and intact, not decayed, with his clothes still white as snow. The Cherubim and Seraphim Church has branches worldwide with millions of members. He is remembered as the father of Aladura churches in Nigeria. And there you have it. Top 10 powerful Yoruba prophets of old and the miracles they performed. Which prophet's miracles amazed you most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Top 10 Yoruba. Until next time, remember, you come from a spiritual heritage where God still performs miracles.